Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to NIEVS Home School. I am Rahila Firdousi, Assistant Teacher, Day Shift. Today we are going to discuss an assignment with the students of class 9. Our today's subject is career education and our today's topic is assignment number 1. Our today's lecture number is 1 and here is my mobile number. Okay, my dear students, you will submit this assignment on 31st August. Okay. Now we will see the assignment. First, this is of class 9 subject career education and the assignment number is 1. Here this assignment has been taken from chapter 1, Me and My Career. Here lesson number and all topics are given for you. Then there the assignment or the assigned task. That is, make a list of your father's and mother's works. Determine which one is vocation and which one is profession. Arrange them in the following table. Then number 2, what do you want to be in future? Why? Record what are the required qualifications to fulfill your future dream you think. Number 3, which things you need to focus when you will work in a team? What benefits will you get from it? Now let's see number 1 again. Make a list of your father's and mother's works. Determine which one is vocation and which one is profession. Arrange them in the following table. For this, you have given this instruction that number 1, ask for help from the textbook if necessary. Number B, explain the assignment to the students and submit it on time. And here the assessment criteria are given. My dear students, you have to be noted that there for number 1, 2 and 3 the assessment criteria is different. So you have, when will you prepare the assignment, you have to follow the criteria also. That means you have to keep in your mind the criteria and that's all. Okay. Now we can think. I will try my best to make you understand this assignment, how we will prepare it. First, you must write at the cover page the assignment number 1. Then the topic. Our today's topic from this assignment, I have made this title that career development. The topic of this assignment number 1 is career development. Now we will see the question number again and I will try my best to make you understand that make a list of your father's and mother's works. Determine which one is vocation and which one is profession. So for this, first you have to make a list of your parents' works. Okay, here you will make a list, work list of your parents. First, you will make a work list of your parents. Then, you have asked to find out which one is vocation and which one is profession. Vocation and profession are nearly same, but there is a very little difference between profession and vocation. That is, for profession, someone needs to have a special training or first they also need some degrees. But for vocation, we need some experience sometimes, but not all the time. And the vocation is not compulsory; it's optional or it's willing. It depends on the person that will I do it or not. Okay, but whenever someone taken the profession as his profession, at that time he is obliged to do this work. He has to do the work. He can't do any. He can't keep any gap in his work. He has to do his work sincerely and honestly. These are the difference between profession and vocation. Now, after making the work list, first you have to think deeply what your father or which work your father does or which work your mother does. Then you will make a box like this and then here you will write the job descriptions of fathers and mothers. Then you will write the vocation or profession. You will identify the vocation and profession. I have thought that sometimes our fathers do gardening, They sometimes they help in the household chores, they do some social welfare, sometimes they take care of elders in our house, and they must have a profession. And in the case of our mothers, in our society we see that mothers are mostly engaged in their household chores. Then they help their neighbors. They also take care of infants in a family. They take very often they help their neighbor in their so many works, and they sometimes also do gardening beside their house or in their baranda. Okay, so these are the works of fathers and mothers, and they must have in our society all the time the mothers don't have any profession. So after thinking this by myself, I have got this, that for father, gardening, helping in household chores, social welfare, these are the vocation for a father. And here the profession of a father may be doctor or banker or teacher or pilot or anything. Then for the mother, mothers usually do the vocation works, that is household chores, helping neighbors, gardening, or anyone you may think, or what they do you can think and you can write. Then mother's profession can be teacher, can be lawyer, can be doctor or banker or pilot, anyone. Okay, so these are the difference between vocation and profession, and you have to identify this very carefully. Now come number 2. Here it is saying, what do you want to be in future? Why? Here I don't write what is your future plan, that means what you want to be. I don't write that. You will write that by yourself, and you will explain that why you want to be. I can say by myself that I am a teacher. Why I want to be a teacher? A teacher can work with the babies or infant or the youngers. A teacher can be a social worker, because whenever a person becomes a teacher, he or she can communicate with all types of people, all classes of people in a society. He or she can take part in the developing of a nation, because whenever a teacher teach any student, at that time he is taking part in nations developing. Okay, this is my aim in life. This was my aim in life, and that's I have explained. So you will explain by yourself. You maybe want to be a teacher, or want to be a doctor, or a pilot, or an aircraft engineer, anyone you maybe want to be, and you will explain that by yourself. Then here it is said, record what are the required qualifications to fulfill your future dream you think. The required qualification and steps which I have got by myself, I have written that is taking decision, inspiration for learning, need of work and profession in social life, concept of the nature of changeable work, development of higher knowledge and skills, preparation for entering into service, motivation for planning, creating sensitivity. Okay, why these are the required qualification? Because number 1, taking decision. First you have to take the decision what you want to be. Whenever you can fix by yourself that you want to be that, then your decision will be done. Then inspiration for learning. If you want to be a banker, for being a banker you can study in commerce group, or if you want to be a doctor you must have to read in science group. If you want to be a social worker you can also study in arts group. So you have to, after fixing your decision, you have to make yourself prepared. You have to be inspired yourself that what you will learn, in which section we will study. But there one thing we have to keep in mind, that sometimes we may not get our desired groups. In that case we have to change our decision. Then number 3, need of work and profession in social life. What you want to be. When you think that, at that time you must have to think also that what your society wants from you to be. In most of the cases we wish that our children will be a doctor, because in our country most of the people are dying every year from various kinds of diseases, and there are not sufficient doctors in our country. As a result, we wish that most of the cases we wish that our children will be doctor. In other cases, we wish that no, they will be engineer, because our construction, road construction, our building construction, these are not good. Our cities are not well planned. So we need a good engineer. Like this way, you have to think of the need of work and profession in our social life. Then number 4, concept of the nature of changeable work. In our society, according to the development or according to the changes of day-to-day life, the concept of the nature of work is changing. So you have to think also that that which profession you want to be taken, is that required, or will it be valuable when you will reach in your profession, like this. Now number 5, development of higher knowledge and skills. If you want to be a teacher, in that case you have to develop yourself, that in which section will you teach, then how will you teach, how you can make your students understand the topic, the theme. You have to develop that higher knowledge and skill. Okay. Then number 6, preparation for entering into service. After getting into service, you have to follow some rules and regulation. So you have to think, you have to make yourself prepare for entering into the service, and that's why this qualification is also required. Then number 7, motivation for planning. That means you have to make some plans. Everything will not be as your plans, but if you make a plan, if you make a very good plan, after your reaching in your profession, you will see that most of your plan becomes successful because of your deep thinking. Okay. Then creating sensitivity. You have to also create in yourself the sensitivity that you have to do your profession, you have to do your work very sincerely, honestly, and you won't do any dishonest work in your profession. This sensitivity you have to make in your mind. Okay. This is number 2. Then number 3. Number 3 say that which things you need to focus when you will work in a team. What benefits will you get from it? So first, we have to think that what is teamwork. Whenever some works need to be done with more than one person, that is called a teamwork. Okay, like if you become a doctor, whenever you will do any operation in OT, at that time you have to work with your with other doctors. So what you need to focus at that time. Okay, now we will see that things need to focus in a teamwork. You have to keep in mind, my dear student, you have to keep in mind that you need these things. Okay, number 1, objectivity of the team. What is the aim of the team? What the teams has to do? You have to think that deeply. You have to keep in mind when you will do this work. Then number 2, observing the ambience of workplace. That is, how will be the atmosphere of the workplace, where you will do the work. If suppose you are working with some animals, so in that case you have to go to any zoo or any jungle for working in that place. So you have to think of that ambience. Okay. Then number 3, keeping mutual understanding with the team members. That means if you don't have any mutual understanding with your members, in that case you can't complete the work fully or successfully. Then number 4, own lackings and others' virtues. With the human beings, so very often we have some lackings. Sometimes we can tolerate others. We feel jealous for others. Okay, and on the contrary, your teammates may have some other very good virtues, and when you will be the team leader, at that time you may distribute the works among your team members. So you have to know that which members has which qualities, which virtues. According to that you will distribute the works. Okay. Then the benefits of there it is said, what benefits will you get from it? So the benefits from the teamworks is that you will gather a lot of experience. Then after the teamwork, you will have creative, experimental and effective ideas. Effective ideas, that means you will know after doing any teamwork, you will be more skillful in any creative activities or in experimental activities, and that will be more effective. Then number 3, being more social and active. Whenever any team we do any teamwork, at that time we have to work with so many types of peoples. This makes us more social and more active. Okay, my dear students, this is the key points for assignment 1 in career education. You must write these answers keeping the numbers 1, 2 and 3, and then you can write in so many paras, and you must be careful with the assessment criteria and submit on 31st August. Stay well, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum.